Good morning. My name is Satish Kumar. I am from Group A3. Today, me and my friends would be discussing about the case study A. A biomedical company fabricated synthetic vascular graft from polymer material. Prior to market, in vitro and in vivo biological evaluation must be performed on the material. Artificial vascular graft implanted on a dog for in vivo biological evaluation. Unfortunately, it died after 2 months of the implantation surgery. The vascular graft then is removed from the dog. A thick collagen shell covered the vascular graft and blood clot filled up the vessel. So now I pass it on to my friends to answer the 4 questions given. Thank you.
The biological response that led to the formation of the thick collagen shell covering the vascular graft and blood clots filling up the vessel. Firstly, immediate hemostasis response. When a vascular graft is planted, it causes an injury to the blood vessel wall. Collagen in connective tissue attracts platelets which form a platelet plug to fill the gap in the proton vessel. The coagulation cascade begins and led to the conversion of fibrinogen to fibrin that form the trapped red blood cells and platelets forming the clot. Secondly, acute inflammation response. Fibroblast cells form and epithelial cells start to reconstruct the tissue. Fibroblast cells form a granulation tissue that contain macrophages that form the blood vessels and complex protein matrix. Fibroblasts deposit collagen around the vascular graft, forming a thick collagen shell. Lastly, foreign body reaction, FBR. FBR is an inflammatory reaction if the graft is not biocompatible to the body that leads to the formation of foreign body giant cells around the graft. Giant cells and the persistent inflammatory response might cause a persistent fibrosis, increasing collagen deposition and thickening the capsule. And encapsulation is especially problematic for a device designed to interact with the body. The transplant is successfully encapsulated and isolated from the surrounding tissue by this collagen shell. The goal of this procedure is to shield the body from the graft material as part of the foreign body response. The foreign body reaction can lead to the chronic pain and device rejection and failure. These are approaches that we can use to overcome this problem. Firstly, heparin coating. Coat the graft surface with heparin to prevent platelet aggregation and lessen the likelihood of clot formation. For prolonged activity, heparin can form a covalent link with the graft surface. Secondly, endothelial cell seeding. Before implantation, seed the graft with endothelial cells or endothelial progenitor cells. A bioactive, non-thromogenic surface is produced as the result. Thirdly, porosity and pore size modification. Preventing excessive collagen deposition while promoting cell penetration and tissue integration can be achieved by optimizing the graft pore size and porosity. By precisely controlling these characteristics, electrospinning techniques create scaffolds that closely resemble the actual blood artery structure.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For my part, I will answer about question 3. First is there are 10 biological evaluation tests required for the vascular graft. For the medical device, there are 2 categories, which is natural body contact and contact duration. The type of natural body contact is blood contact device, where it is implant device in direct contact with blood. For the contact duration, the duration is permanent contact. Lastly is analysis of incident. There are 5 incidents commonly happen. First is histopathological analysis. Second is thrombogenicity test. Third is inflammatory response assessment. Next is mechanical integrity and degradation, and lastly is ex vivo blood contact and blood contact studies. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
If I am a junior biomedical engineer, I will propose 4 new synthetic vascular graft material, which is polycarbonate urethane and polyethylene glycol. And for this, both material have a same property, which is highly compatibility. For the design consideration, it be chemical properties, morphological properties, and mechanical property. So, for the additional design feature, it will be number one. It will be gradual degradations, which is biodegradable layer, control degradation, and for number two, it enhance endothelizations, which is bioactive coatings and cell seeding. For number three, radiopacity, which is imaging compatibility. And for prototype development and testing, number one is material synthesis and characterizations, which is develop and blend PCU and PEG in various ratio to optimize property. For number two, mechanical testing, and number three, in vitro testing, and lastly, in vivo testing.
So based on our discussion, we can conclude that foreign body reaction, acute inflammation response, and immediate hemostasis response is the leading cause of formation of thick collagen shell and blood clot. To overcome this problem, there are several ways, which includes heparin coating, endothelial cell seeding, porosity and pore size modification, decellularized scaffold, drug-chelating grafts, and collagen or elastin based coating. For your information, vascular graft is a blood contacting device, which is that the implant will be in direct contact with blood. The contact duration exceeds 30 days, so it is a permanent contact. So it is important to do biological evaluation tests. There are 10 biological evaluation tests required, and also analysis of this incident is also a must, so that there is no such incident occurs again. To analyze the incident, it is important to analyze histopathological analysis, thrombogenicity testing, inflammatory response assessment, mechanical integrity and degradation, and ex vivo blood contact studies. For design, it is important to consider chemical properties such as biocompatibility, hydrophilicity, and chemical stability, and also morphological properties such as surface topography, porosity, surface modification, and also mechanical properties such as elasticity and flexibility, tensile strength, compliance, and fatigue resistance. For additional design features, it is important to consider gradual degradation, enhanced endothelialization, and radiopacity. For prototype development and testing, it is important to do several tests such as material synthesis and characterization, mechanical testing, in vitro testing, and also in vivo testing. In conclusion, medical device definitely will save life if it goes through proper tests and requirements. If not, it will cause death. Thank you.